Of last season, a season which ended with relegation from the First Division, Luton Town are giving every indication that their rehabilitation is underway. They're unbeaten in 7 games, a run which has also seen them knock Derby County from the Premiership out of the Coca-Cola Cup. Manager Lennie says it's important they keep the momentum going. David Oldfield returns to the attack after a 3-game absence. It's a straight swab for Kim Grant, who strained a calf in training. Goalkeeper Ian Foy knows a bit about the opposition, having played 16 games for Peterborough when on loan from West Ham 2 years ago. John Sheffield didn't know if he would be given the chance of playing in goal for Peterborough until a short time ago. It's been a problem position all season as far as Barry Fry is concerned, but he finally chose Sheffield ahead of Mark Tyler and Bart Greeming. All 3 were considered, but as much a concern to the Peterborough manager, a run of 3 successive home defeats, a sequence which has seen his side slip to 18th in the Second Division table. This afternoon's referee is Roy Pearson from County Durham. There's always a chance of a few goals whenever a team managed by Barry Fry is playing. Peterborough might be in the bottom half of the Second Division, but they're up there amongst the top scorers, 23 goals so far. They've also conceded 23, and their defensive frailties have been exposed time and time again. There's young Adam Drury, who thought he was going to be playing for the Peterborough youth team this morning. He was all set to line up against Aston Villa. Then there was a call on the mobile from Barry Fry's manager to say, get to Kenilworth Road. Mick Bodley has gone down with flu. Strong header forward by Johnson. Here's Oldfield. Good running by Thorpe, who was bundled off the ball there by Huxford. Good run by Tony Thorpe, who's been troubled by back and hamstring injuries, but no problem there. Good acceleration by Thorpe, and a shoulder by Richard Huxford. A foul according to Roy Pearson, our referee from County Durham. 4 in the Peterborough wall. Davis has gone forward for Luton. Waddock squared into Alexander. Tremendous drive there by Graham Alexander. Hasn't scored too many goals for Luton Town. He's enjoying a more forward role now. He was playing at full-back, but that was a thumping drive by Graham Alexander. To Oldfield. Field is across to cover. Greg Heel taking on responsibility at the back for Peterborough, with Mick Bodley out with flu. Another Luton corner. Davis has gone forward for this. Marvin Johnson is up there too. Showler on the goal line. Aimed in the end at Mitchell Thomas, and it's a goal for Steve Davis. Peterborough caught sleeping at the back, and for the second time in a week, Steve Davis has come up for a corner and scored for Luton Town. 11 minutes gone. It was Thomas who was up first, and as it was palmed away by Sheffield, Davis was able to take advantage. Came off Charlery and put in by Steve Davis. Payne. Good running by Houghton, who's got great pace. He's got Charlery in the middle. Ken Charlery just a whisker away from that cross from Scott Houghton. Charlery has got 4 goals already this season. He just stretched out then. Away by O'Connor, but given away to Hughes. Ebden in quickly. Marcus Ebden, who's been recalled to the Peterborough side for his ball-winning qualities. Came off Huxford. Richard Huxford, who's currently on loan to Peterborough from Bradford City. Well, last season he was playing under Lennie Lawrence, the Luton manager, the current Luton manager. Drury guarding the post. Davis menacingly at the back post at the moment. Thomas has made his run back. It's aimed at Thomas again. It's the same routine. And it's another goal. It's Showler. It was Thorpe's shot, but the ball was poked in by Paul Showler. It was the same routine. Peterborough should have guarded against it. The knock-on by Thomas, and this time it wasn't Davis, it was Thorpe with a shot, and it was the touch by Paul Showler which gives Luton a 2-goal lead. Peterborough knew what was coming, but again they didn't have an answer. Now Clark to turn and try and apply the pressure on this Luton back line, a Luton back line which looks very secure and firm indeed. Rowe to put them under some pressure, but no one in the middle for Peterborough. Here's Houghton. Solid challenge by Showler, whipped in by Huxford, away by James. Now O'Connor, great effort, and a super save by Ian Foyer. Superb drive by O'Connor, equally super save by Ian Foyer. Huxford closed down quickly by Showler, and he was hurried into misplacing the pass forward. Now Thorpe, he's already around Drury, nothing much on for him in the middle, and in the end he overran the ball. Appealing to the Luton supporters behind that goal, but it was a good run by Tony Thorpe. As Drury stumbled, he got past the fullback, but then he got in the way of his own feet and the chance was lost. Good break here, chance, and put wide. It was Griffiths who was running in, but a much better opening to the start of the second half by Peterborough United as Drury comes across to cover the run by Tony Thorpe. Hughes, now Oldfield, tried to combine to get Showler through again. Showler who's making some very positive runs from deep in midfield. Oldfield in as far as Thorpe, deflection, but they've got it this time, and again it's Paul Showler. Paul Showler's second goal of the afternoon and his fourth of the season, but the credit then to Tony Thorpe. Thorpe looked to be able to get the shot in. It ricocheted away off Clark, but the ricochet fell kindly for Paul Showler. Luton 3 up after 10 minutes of the second half. Have to be a solo run from Marcus Ebden. Luton pushing up to the halfway line to try and catch the front runners offside. Ebden with the throw. Here's Regis. Now Houghton runs straight into Thomas. Huxford. Another marvellous save by Ian Foyer. Nothing wrong with the shot at all from Richard Huxford. Drilled in from 20-25 yards out, and Foyer equal to it. Alexander, now Waddock. Oldfield. Looking for support from Alexander, but O'Connor was aware of what was happening, and Peterborough have a break on here. It's Griffiths. Smart shot there by Carl Griffiths. 4 goals in the reserves in midweek against Cambridge United, so he certainly knows where the target is. Regis had moved into the middle, but Griffiths was prepared to take his man on and get the shot in. Potiadis up first. Potiadis again. Here's Alexander. Cheekily done. And tipped over the top there by John Sheffield. He suffered a bit of a crisis of confidence, John Sheffield, the Peterborough United goalkeeper. Dropped by Barry Fry, but on his toes there to deny Graham Alexander. Good thinking by Alexander. Ebden. One last chance, but a saving challenge by Marvin Johnson. So composed at the back, Marvin Johnson. Luton's steady climb up the second division table continues. Their unbeaten run stretches to 8 games with 2 goals from Paul Schowler and another from Steve Davis. They weren't really troubled by Peterborough. Goalkeeper Ian Foyer made a couple of smart saves, but you have to say that Luton were clearly on top, and they certainly won't be intimidated by a trip to Wimbledon on Tuesday in the Coca-Cola Cup. Final score at Kenilworth Road, Luton Town 3, Peterborough United 0.
Our confidence is low. Players set their own standards, and my players are falling way below them standards at the moment. So the only way to get out of it is to work harder and harder on the training ground and on the 90 minutes during the game. So we've got to all roll our sleeves up and have a battle.
And when you're on a roll like this, presumably confidence is going to be sky high.
Yeah, that's right. I think they're obviously a lot more confident. They were battered last year, you know, and obviously it was a sticky start for us. But we dug deep, and you know, and we've got it turned around. We're going to have blips, obviously, but I think we've turned it round, and we've just got to make sure we keep our foot on the accelerator and keep going.
Yep, Luton.